Hi, welcome. Does it seem dark in here to you? I just realized it feels dark in here. Anyway, what I thought we would do is a quick little something. I felt like what is happening right now with us? What little piece of inspiration can we glean? Is that even how you would say that? For us in this week, in this moment, yeah, I just felt like something to really help us in this moment. We'll see. Here's the Nine of Wands. This feels like it is inspiration because it's this energy of self-reliance and resilience. That's funny. We got the crossing energy. It's temperance. Totally different deck, but I just did a reading where the crossing energy was temperance. Something's telling us to, like, there's this balancing energy. I felt that when I said in the last reading that I keep getting the Two of Pentacles, which is all about balance. And temperance is here. It's also another word for balance or harmony, but it's also what we call like the ability to like alchemize different energies, which has a way of like balancing them when we can integrate energies into our lives. So where like this idea of self-reliance and resilience, how are those things wanting to be woven together? Because you would think like there's something that says that self-reliance that creates more individual, like I can do it myself, I don't need any help. That feels like the energy that's saying, wait a minute, Nine of Wands, like the self-reliance is actually like can be a really good thing, like to be able to come to recognize our own inner strength and resiliency to say, I can do anything. And then the part to temper would be the part that says, I don't need to ask for help. I'm not going to ask for help. I can do it all my damn self. And then part of that could be like a trauma response, right? So and it doesn't have to be trauma, but it could just be conditioning from how we were raised, whatever, that says, like, you don't ask for help. That's a sign of weakness or vulnerability that you don't want to show. So that's all showing up here right out of the gate. So where do you feel that in your life? Have you felt that in the past? Do you feel it now? Where you're like, maybe I don't feel so dramatic about it. Like, I don't need any help. But where do you find yourself maybe feeling distanced from people because of that? I'm just used to doing things on my own by myself. So therefore I know I don't need help. But where is it keeping us out of connection with people? Because this idea of connection is really big this time of year with all these readings. So let's just see with that question what we can learn real quick. All right, so the King of Pentacles and the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. This is like earth, fire, earth energy. So I'm just going to stop there. Won't pull any more cards. So the Page of Wands is like, where do we feel like inspired to go out and like adventure and try things and try and fail, right? Because there's a youthful like fearlessness to the page, or to the Page of Wands, that's like curious about like finding what lights them up, the passionate side of youth that says, I'm not scared of even trying, right? And so it's like that fail fast kind of energy. Like, I'm going to learn a lot along the way. And spoiler alert, that's what ends up building the resiliency and the self-reliance. Is at one point there may have been a fearlessness, right? That otherwise, if we like look at her, she's got all the stitches, all the scars, because she's tried stuff, she's failed, she's gotten back up. This is how it started. This is in you, this fearlessness. Okay, and then on either side of that, we have the King of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. This is like the only way to achieve everything you want in life that really means any amount to you is through that continual trying and getting back up, right? That's the only way to build up in a very rooted, grounded way on behalf of all the people you care about. That's the part of the King of Pentacles, is he builds this confidence in his ability to support and nurture the things he loves in his life, right? So how does he do that? He keeps trying. We all fail. There's something about getting back up in this reading. The Knight of Pentacles is one of, like, at some point you come to this, like, maybe this passion, this flame turns into more of a, like, contentedness with what I have. It doesn't mean I have no passion or I'm not curious about going out and exploring, but it tends to temper. Think about the Temperance card. It tempers over time into this, like, man, I'm really happy for the life I've lived and what I've done and what I've experienced through that fearlessness. It's led me to some pretty amazing places. And now I'm feeling like that contentedness about what that's brought me in life, right? So there's something about that very earthy energy that can happen when we've got that fire of youth and fearlessness. And over time, we've accumulated so much experience through that, like fail fast, get back up, fail fast, get back up, that we've actually built something to last in our life. And that's our resiliency. It's built within us. And we come to this deep peace in that. This is very grounded energy that comes from that place of, like, fall down, get back up, fall down, get back. I mean, if you're constantly falling down, you're constantly on the earth. So it's very grounded energy. So we're just going to stop there since it's a brief reading, but it points to, like, question, where in my life have I stopped trying or try to fail fast? Where have I accumulated maybe a little bit too much fear of failure? Because that's what's being called to temper. And it is like, wait a minute, where do you feel like your own sense of, like, oh, that's too vulnerable, I don't want to show my vulnerable side, so I'm a little scared of failure, but I'm not going to say that, I'm not going to reach out for help. Okay, where does all that show up in your life? And is it even real? Is it true any longer? Or is it just an old, like, maybe at one point something didn't work out so great and then I just stopped trying? I'm scared of failure, which turns into scared of even trying, which turns into, I'm not going to tell people I'm scared. I'm just going to become less vulnerable. I'm not going to ask for help. So, because this is saying, like, that fearlessness leads to your self-reliance and resiliency. Thanks.